Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And after a couple of days of hour-long videos, I was hoping for something a bit more straightforward. I don't think I've got it, but I am really very keen to give this a go. We'll look at this puzzle in a moment. It's a fog of war puzzle. That's part of the reason I'm very keen to give it a go. Anyway, I am going to mention a few things connected with the channel, which include the Kickstarter. It's there on the second link under the video. We've got, do pledge to our book. It's going to be great. It's going to be worth having. That's pretty much guaranteed. Now, there's also the apps. We've updated the Domino Sudoku app. We've created a gas app with puzzles from Clover, Sam, and Philip, and it is proving very popular. We're delighted with the response, to be honest, and that's currently got 30 puzzles. It will go up at 10 puzzles a month till there are 60. It's not 100, so it's not quite as expensive as the 100 puzzle apps, which aren't very expensive anyway, but they're all available on the CTC app. I will be attending John Halpin's Creating a Cryptic Crossword with a Celebrity on November the 15th. Do check out the link for that as well. And on Patreon, and there's a reason I've come to this last, we have the Hercules Sudoku Hunt, the Labours of Hercules, and it's by Spartacus, Piotr V, and Panthera. Now, Panthera loves doing Japanese sums puzzles. It's done a whole pack of them for us before, and there might well be, this is dropping a hint, there might well be a Japanese sums puzzle within the Hercules pack. But what we have today combines Japanese sums somehow with this new fog of war creation, which, hats off to Sven, who at almost no notice and with no time has managed to create this in the software. I don't know how. I don't understand anything about it. What I'm having to do is use Panthera's link, which is a tinyURL link. If you can't use tinyURL, I'm very sorry for you. You may not be able to play this puzzle. So most people can. So that will be great. Now, the first link under the video is to this puzzle as Panthera has sent it to us. I don't know how to create a fog of war puzzle in the software yet. So we're using it, and I imagine it would obviously teach me something about the puzzle if I was able to do that. So I don't want to learn that before I try it. So we are trying it exactly as Panthera has sent it to us, and I'm going to go through the rules now. So we can't see, the whole point of Fog of War is that the fog will lift as we place digits either in it or near it. Fog rules apply. Digits will uncover as you get them right. Now, normal Sudoku rules apply, and that means 1 to 9 appears in every row, column, and box. Now, Japanese sums rules apply. How do they apply here? Well, there is a 6x6 grid in boxes 5, 6, 8, and 9. So this is a kind of 6x6 mini grid. Blue cells in boxes 2, 3, 4, and 7, and we can see some of those blue cells, but these are the boxes which may have blue cells. Blue cells act as Japanese sum clues for this 6x6 grid. I will explain those, giving the sum of contiguous runs of blue shaded cells within the grid. Now what that means is, I'll carry on. 2-digit clues are read top to bottom or left to right, and there must be an unshaded cell between runs of the same colour. I'll get to the crop key rules in a moment. So this is a 2-digit sum that is giving the sum of shaded cells within these 6, because this is part of the 6x6 grid. That is looking down this column, i.e. at those 6 cells, and saying there is one run of shaded cells there, and say this was 1, 8, that's saying they add up to 18. So that could be those 3 cells or those 3 cells, and they would be the shaded ones. So that is a possibility. This is obviously a 2-digit sum. This is a 1-digit sum. So if that's a 9, you might have a 2, 3, and 4 shaded there, for instance. That is how the Japanese sums clues work. We'll have some across sums here. There is clearly the possibility, indeed it seems like there must be an occasion on which there are two separate Japanese sum clues, like a 6 there and a 7 there. And the 6 might be made up of 1, 5, and then there's a gap, and the 7 of 3, 4, say. So, you know, who knows? Now, the Kropke rules, a black dot separates digits with a 1:2 ratio. That's normal enough. A white dot separates digits with a difference of 1 or the given number when it's given. So those will have a difference of 1, those will have a difference of 5. We clearly get a few dots in the bit of the grid we're allowed to see at the start. Panthera has mentioned there's no need to guess and the puzzle is logical, which is exactly what we'd expect from her. But looks just fascinating to me. It's called Go the Right Way, and I am going to start now. So you can obviously call the puzzle up and read the rules carefully if you haven't understood anything I've said. But I do. So there's a lot of dots here, but there's not a lot of idea how to start. These digits on black dots can only be from the group of cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Now 6 is quite a big difference. Okay, so let's look at these. If that was a 1, this is a 7. If it's a 2, it's an 8. If it's a 3, it's a 9. So far so bad in that we've got a lot of possibilities, but it can't be a 4 or a 6 because you can't get a 6 difference digit there. It can be an 8 with a 2 there. Now, if that's, is this worth doing? If that's 1, 2, 3, or 8, this is 2, 1, 4, 6, or 4. So it's not 3 or 8. Yeah, that must be true. Now, this then, annoyingly, can be any of, I'm going to just keep doing this, 1, 2, 3, 5, or 7, based on those, and a difference of 1. Now, we use a difference of 5. We can get rid of 5 as a possibility. And the possibilities here now are 6, 7, 8, and 2. But 7 can never be on a black dot. Oh, I shall funnel this back in a moment, but I'm looking at the black dot first of all. That is going to bring us down to 1 or 4 or 3. So these are the only possibilities now. Now, 1, 3 or 4 there, 2, 6 or 8 there. Now, one of these probably got eliminated. Yes, the difference of, we can still have 7, 1 or 3. We can't have 2 there anymore. And that's quite big. That means this can't be 1. No, it's not that big. This could never have been 1 because it's sandwiched. This can't be 1 because it would require, oh no, hang on. No, a 5 difference doesn't mean that, okay, normally I say that 1 can't be between 2 dots. There, for instance, that can't be, that's quite interesting. That can't be a 1 because you've got a black dot there and a white dot there which doesn't look to have a digit in. So they would both have to be 2 and they'd break Sudoku rules by seeing each other. Okay, so that's not 1. This is now, it can still be 2 because it could be 4, 2. Bother. Okay, there's probably contradictions within this. If that's 2, right, so let's just work out what happens with each digit. If this is a 9, we go 9, 3, 6, 7, 8, 4. But the 8 can't, we've used 9 and 7, so the 8 couldn't have a digit there. So that's not 9. That means this isn't 3. That means this isn't 6. That means this isn't 7. That means this isn't 2. And that doesn't change this. Right, 8 here would give 2, 4, 3. 8, 2, 4, 3. 8 again. That's not possible. We can eliminate 8. And 2. And that stops there because I can't keep eliminating digits. Right, let's try it with 7. 7, 1, 2, 3, because we've used the 1, 8, 4. 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 4. You could have 9 there and 5 there. Okay, that does work. Let's try it with 2. Did I get that right? 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 4. Yes, let's try it with 2. 2, 8, 4, 3, 8 again. No, doesn't work with 2. So that is a 7. Right, it's just an elimination of possibilities, basically, based on these. 2 there. Oh, that clears some fog. So does that. 3 there, 8 there. This is 4. Now, I think we can finish the box. 8 and a difference of 1 is 9. 4 and a difference of 1 is 5. And that is a 6 to complete the box. And now we get some more clearance. So this is going to have to be 3 because it can't be 1. This is 2 or 4. Which leads to this being 2 or 1 or 4. Oh, the black dot makes that 6. That makes that 5. Here we go along the top row. Okay, black dot there I can see turning up. So that's got to be a 4-8 pair. And we can put 9 in the corner. Wow. Okay, so we're clearing the top of this now. Now, what about this group? Okay, it can't use 3 or 8 or 9, but it's a sequence of 3 digits. So it's either 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7. It uses 5 and 6. The central digit is 5 or 6, but look, that's on a black dot here. So it can't be 5. That is a 6. 6 there. These are now a 5 and a 7 on either side. I have noticed that we still have the kind of red pencil mark emerging when a digit becomes impossible. I think I can probably turn that off, can't I? Check pencil marks. Yeah, I think that must do it. So maybe that's turned off now. So these are from 1, 2, 4 just by Sudoku. This pair is a 4-8 pair, obviously. These are 1, oh, that's a 3 on the black dot. So we can do 2 and 1. We've got a bit more cleared away. 7, 8, 9 here. This white dot has got to have 8 on it, so that's not an 8. This is 3 or 5. This is even, so it's 2 or 4. This one is odd, so it's 1, 3 or 5. That's not so good. This one is quite high. Oh, and it can't be 9 because there's a sequence going down here. So it's 8, 7 or 6, I reckon, which I can't type for some reason. The dotted cage, oh, I see, that's probably enclosing the 6 by 6. There weren't any cages in the rules as far as I remember. Now, 2 or 4 there, that could still be a 1. Don't think I've missed anything up there. Ah, the Japanese sums. I haven't thought about those. Ooh, 35 there. Right. 35 is the biggest sandwich number. That's irrelevant. I think, well, it's got to be all of those cells, and this is because I know the secret. Do you know the secret? That every column, like every row and every box, adds up to 45 because they, by rule, contain the digits 1 to 9. Now, how much do the cells in the 6 by 6 add up to? 45 minus the sum of those, which add up to 10. So these red digits add up to 35. We're told the clue for the shaded cells is 35. I've decided to use red rather than the normal dark grey, which would really get mixed up in the fog. So those are all shaded, and I don't know how that helps me yet, but it might. We've got an 18 clue here, and a 9 clue here. Those are exactly the clues I posited when I was explaining things, I think. Now, 18. But of course the total is different. It's not 35 here, because we subtract 13 from 45. That's 32, so 18 shaded in a run and 14 not. 9 only shaded in this column. I don't think I've really got any clue. 32 or 34 shaded in this column. Oh, that's quite strong. Say it's 32, and that's a 3 and a 2. Then the unshaded cells, including that, 32 plus 3 plus 2 is 37. There's only 8 between this cell. If this is 32, there's only 8 between that cell and any unshaded ones down here. If it's 34, 37, 41, there's only 4 unshaded, including that cell. Well, that's not possible. So this is actually a 2. And this can't be 9 now. This is 7 or 8. It could still be, it's likely to be an 8, I think, but it could be a 7 with an unshaded one here, and those adding up to 32. 32 plus 7 plus 1 is, 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 1 is 13, and, oh no, I've done it wrong then. 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 1 is 13. Yes, plus 32 is 45. I've done it right. Okay. So those aren't 2s. That hasn't resolved this black cell or this. Oh, that's irritating. And at least these 5 are shaded, and maybe the bottom one as well. In fact, knowing Panthera's passion for symmetry, I'm really very confident this is an 8, but I do not know that by Sudoku, so I'm not going to do that. Now this is adding at least those 2 cells. And it's not a 9. So this is 8 or 7. It's adding this, which now can't be 8, plus this, and it can't add this as well, because 6 plus 2 plus 1 would be 9. So it's just adding those 2. Oh, these are all unshaded then, so let's make them green. That is a 1 or a 2, but it's not a 2, so that's a 1, which doesn't resolve that. It does say that this is now a 3-5 pair, and this must be 4 in it's a sequence, isn't it? Oh, this is a whole sequence going around here. I hadn't seen that. 3, 4, 5. So this is now 2 or 6. It depends which way round the sequence goes. Can we use this 9? Could be 4, 3, 2. No, I can't really use it. Can't use that 18, although we know it doesn't include that cell now because we've greened it. This is 7, 8, or 9 because of the white dot. What's this pair? Can't involve 8 as the even digit, or 4. It could be a 2, 3 pair, or a 6, 5 pair. That's really annoying. I don't know which it is. Now, we are told that this puzzle solves logically, so I don't need to guess. This either goes 8, 7 or 7, 6 now. So this is a sequence. This is now 5 or 6. This carries on the sequence because it can't be the same as that. So this is 4 or 5. Oh, look, this now can't go 5, 6. Oh, that's beautiful because it breaks that cell. Isn't that clever? So this goes 3, 2. That's a 5. This now is a 2, 3 pair on the green here. How come it doesn't give me more than that? I've opened up some cells here. So what are these? Oh, this is a naked single 8. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the box, 7, 9, 6 in the column. Oh, that clears something away. Now, this is a 3, 6 pair. Has to be. 3 can't be here because that can't be 2 or 4, so that's 6. That's 3. The fog is lifting. We've got a 7 here and a 9 here. 9 must touch 8. 8 must touch 4. 6 touches 7 because it can't be 5 there. 7 and 6 and 9, and that is done. There's a 1, 2, 5 triple that I can't resolve. Oh, it doesn't feed across still, but Japanese sums. So 18 here could be 936. Oh, could be 3672. I don't think there's any other way to make it up, especially as I'm not allowed to use the 5. So the 3, 6 are in. What about the 9 in this column? Ooh, that 8 is really messing things up. Well, if you add up those 3, they only come to 8. So the 8 must be in. If you add up those 2, they only come to 7. The 8 is in, so it's with a 1 there. Oh, look at that. So the Japanese sums actually places one of those digits. We get those as red. Ah, this, no, I still don't know what that is. 8, 7, 6. 7 and 6 are definitely used here, though. Ah, 3, yes, 6 must be used in this sequence in one of those cells. So 3, 2, and 6 are unavailable for these black cells. Do you see the black dots here? 3, 2, and 6 are unavailable, so they're from 1, 4, and 8. That one can't be 1. That one can't be 4. So 1, oh, this also can't be 8 because you can't put a 4 there. So that's a 1. Oops. With a 2 next to it. The 2 sorts out the bottom corner where we get a 5 and a 2. This is 4 or 8, and this can't be 2 now, so it's also 4 or 8. The even digit on this white dot can't be 2 or 4 or 8, so it's 6, and it goes there. This is 5 or 7, and I don't know which. 6. This is 7 or 9 by Sudoku. That forms a pair with that. I feel like I am very close to completing this now, but that could be Panthera foxing me. Got very little fog to clear still. Let's have a look down this column. 6 and 2. Ah, the 2 sees that cell, doesn't it? 3 and 2. That clears more fog. 3 and 3. By Sudoku, I get to put a 3 here, which clears 3 more cells. That's a 4. I think we're going to get there now. 4 sees a 1 up at the top. That makes 8 on the black dot. This is a 5 because 4's gone. Now I can do the sequence 6, 7, 8. Ooh, can't quite fix the 7, 9 pair. I can do this 4, 8 pair. Ooh, I've forgotten the Japanese sums for ages. We'll do that in a moment. Maybe we'll finish the grid first and then finish that off. 9 and 7. I think I've got all the last 6 columns done now. So that becomes 8. That's 9. That's 6. That hasn't sorted out any of this stuff. 8, 5, 6, 9, 2, 3. Well, that can't be 7 because of the black dot, or 1 because of the placed 1. So 4 there with a 1, 7 pair. Well, this Japanese sums clue can't be 71, so it's 17. The 4 is on a black dot with a 2. I can do 5 and 3 now. Now I can do the 4 and 8 at the top. 2, 5, 9 in this row is a 2 there, 5 there, and 9 here. 6, 7, 8. That is a 7 next to 8 and 6. 1, 3, 4 down here. 3, 1, 4. There we go. 5 and 7. Right, I'm going to get a tick, but never mind about that. I still have the colouring to do. So let's look at the across clues. Yes, 17 includes 6 and 9 and a 2. There's only one clue in this column, so that is red. I think we're going to get a stop sign here. That, since that became an 8, as I predicted, that's 5. I suppose go the right way. A stop sign would help you with that. 35 here is indeed all of these. 4, 1, 9, 6, 7, 8. 29 here must be all of these, mustn't it? 29 plus 14, 16, yes. 8. Oh, the 8's already done there. The 17's done here. 13 is done here. So we're finished with the shading. It's not a stop sign. Oh, of course not. Now, I am normally absolutely terrible at telling what pictures people draw in grids, especially Panthera. And the last time I did a puzzle by her, It was absolutely obviously an on-off switch symbol, and I thought it was an owl's face. This time I assert confidently, and using the title, that this is an arrow pointing to the right. I'm going to be very disappointed and slightly unsurprised if you tell me, no, it's obviously symbolising something else. But I reckon it's an arrow. That's a nice puzzle. I mean, a very good introduction for me to the fog of war genre. That's the first fog type puzzle I've done. It is good fun. I know one person I think complained last time that it's a silly gimmick. Well, I don't know, maybe Arrow Sudoku's a silly gimmick, or Thermo Sudoku. I really don't think so. I think Fog of War is a very fun thing to do, so well done to Panthera. Maybe we won't do that many puzzles that are Fog of War style, but it's nice to do one occasion. It's nice for me to get an introduction. It's nice for you to get an introduction to Panthera if you haven't seen her before, and that should encourage you to become a Patreon and get hold of the Labours of Hercules pack, because it is excellent. Thank you, as always, for watching us on Cracking the Cryptic, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.